Navigating holiday returns doesn't have to be stressful, but it's not just a hassle for consumers. Retailers can be greatly impacted as well. To help us get a better understanding of both sides is Christine Whelan. She's a clinical professor of consumer science at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Christine, good to have you. Are there any misconceptions about return policies that consumers should be aware of this holiday season?
So, certainly the idea of doing any returns that you can in store as opposed to trying to send things back, that would be something that both the retailer and perhaps you as a consumer might have a more pleasurable experience doing. On the retailer's side, it saves the shipping fees back, but also a retailer is more likely to be able to resell that item if you return it in store. And then from the consumer perspective, well, it's possible that you also might find something else you want to buy when you're in store, and that makes the retailers happy too.
Wouldn't that be convenient? It's like, yeah, come on back, return some stuff, buy some other stuff. Yeah, that's fine. One of the things that I've been curious about is this is coming from UShip, an online shopping marketplace. 40% of consumers are planning to return at least one gift, but when they do, they may be met with return fees and a shortened return window. Does this differ from years past? I don't remember thinking about returning things and also, kind of taking into consideration the window or the return fees. How does this differ from what we've seen in previous years?
So online sales have consistently risen year in and year out. And this year, it looks like about a 6.5 increase in online shopping over this holiday season. But of course, what that does mean as well is more returns, because perhaps somebody bought a couple different sizes of something to see what worked. There may not be anything wrong with the product. It's just that people wanted to try it on from the comfort of their own home. This is really costing retailers a lot of money. And from an environmental perspective, this should give a lot of consumers pause as well, because a lot of that stuff, when it gets sent back to the warehouse, is not always resold on the primary market, but sold to a sort of a warehouse or a secondary market.
I see. How do returns affect workers who get paid on commission, or does it have an impact on workers who get paid on commission?
For salaried workers and workers who get paid on a commission, these holiday seasons can be a little bit different, a little bit rough. So if you're working on a commission, you may see a huge bump around the holiday season in your paycheck. But of course, then that might get backed off, and some of that money, in fact, even taken out of a subsequent paycheck when the returns come in. The other interesting part, though, is that you don't tend to get a commission on selling a gift card, but you do tend to get the commission when somebody uses the gift card to buy something. So the idea is that all of this fluctuation and ups and downs that retailers are feeling, well, their employees are feeling it as well.
What kind of items are most likely to be returned? I mean, what are folks returning here? And is there a big difference between what they're returning online and what they're returning in stores?
So a lot of the hot toys and the hot items of the year, amazingly enough, those are ones that often get returned because a lot of other people give it to you as well. So the idea of being gifted duplicates of something is one of the big reasons for returns over the holidays. In terms of returns online versus in stores, certainly if it's something that you can't try on in a store that you're ordering online, that increases the likelihood of clothing returns online. But this is why so many people opt for that gift card, the idea that that's the safest way to do it. And it can, but of course, there are all those unused gift cards that are floating out there as well. So you got to buyer beware with those too.
Yeah, you got to coordinate with family members about duplicates. You don't want to see that. Here with the last 30 seconds we have here, I'm curious to know, what sort of advice do you have for people who are kind of considering, they're weighing whether they want to return something? What sort of advice would you have for them?
Personally, I'd say return anything that you don't love immediately. Don't wait so you can get in that return window. And next time, maybe consider buying experiences rather than things, especially ones that you can do with your loved ones. So returns aren't an issue next year.
experiences, gift cards. I love the way that you've broken this down for us. Christine Whelan with the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Thank you so much. And folks, we'll be right back.